And good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filigera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 for Sunday, July 11th, 2021. The S&P gave tons of support to the current count on Friday. Friday's trade was a very impressive 71-point range from the Globex lows to the closing highs. It was very impressive and very profitable if you traded the S&P. In other words, you could just really have walked that whole thing up with your moving averages, and also just in using that strategy where you're always having a contract active in the market. And so you take profit, you re-add, you take profit, you re-add, you take profit. So you basically are just working a two out all the way up, just rotating one out and adding back in and adding, selling one out, adding it back in, because the market will ebb and flow and you just pick your points and you just walk it all the way up, because the market never really tell you that it was going to do anything else. We had a few red bars, and that's on an hourly basis. And if you went down to the lower term charts, time frames that I use, the 1, the 2, and the 5, there were ample opportunities to kind of just switch and maybe sit outside or to add at lower levels. So it would move up, pull back, move up, pull back, move up. Overall, though, it is very clear, since we now are sitting at new all-time highs, which was in the cards. And as I left it on Thursday, coming into Friday, I had said that if the S&P is going to have intent to go up and get to new highs, it needs to do it without pause. And that's exactly what it did. So the characteristic was there. So it wasn't anything that I magically or anything. I was just thinking of the characteristic of the type of wave that I was looking for. And so what happens is that if we don't get that, but the market rallies but fails, then I realize that it's not going to be that particular wave count. And that's why you'll see me shift back and forth talking about the other possibilities until the market proves otherwise. The one that I was using was that it would pop in the third wave and then get itself to new highs and then start pulling back. So now we're up to where we are creating new highs. So essentially what we are now doing is we are continuing to complete a series of fourth and fifth waves, but of the varying degrees. So starting from the subminute level, we are in a subminute wave 5. That is then completing minute wave 5. That then completes, come on, chart, survey says, a minor wave 5. And that in turn completes an intermediate wave 5, which one more level up, that then completes a primary third wave. That's the degree we're finishing. And you can see we can go all the way back. This primary third wave began in July of 2010. It's been in force for 11 years and it's completing. And it could take another month, we don't know, but we're dang close. So going all the way back down, what I tend to do is you can start adding additional levels. Right now, I can add, if I didn't go down to the weekly, you can add expected fifth waves. Where can they go? Or what should they do? And the next one that I would add on this level, which I did, was the minor. So we're looking for minor wave 5 to complete. We're looking for, then, we have all of them stacked up now. Let me go back to that hourly chart. We have the subminute wave 5, then we have the minute wave 5, then we have the primary wave 5. And that's the one that's all the way out here. So those are the primary, not the primary, the minor wave 5, and they're out here. So that's got a lot more where it could go, but we've already gotten past quite a bit of it. So this is the minute level. And right now, minute wave 5 in its entirety has already exceeded minute wave 3. And that's okay. If you remember, I went back and it's not the shortest, because minute wave one is the shortest. So we're still good. And now we also have layered in, these are the minutes, and let's see where they go. So basically then, if we have, this is the completion of 4, and we have 1, 2, 3 subdivides. If this is 3, looking for a 4. Where can it come? Oh, should be shallow. Maybe back around 43.55, maybe a little bit lower. Wouldn't expect it to come down and test the hourly 20, but it could, and still be a 4. This no cross zone is down here. All the way, whoop, come on, give it to me, at 43.22, 23. But right now, I'm looking for it to put in a small 4. So if this is the third to complete, then it's doing a 4, which will retrace that, correct it, and then we're going to do the 5th wave. Now, where does that 5th wave come in? If I'm using, because this is all I got, is the minute level here, and then here. So we still have 4,400 in line. And then I can go back and look. If we're moving up to the minor level. So once we complete the minutes, we have to make sure that we're completing the minor. And that's pointing higher. So yes, we're doing a subminute wave 5. And if we're thinking that that's where it completed, then it's going to be completing it on the next level. So I got to go check out where my next clusters are. So it could blast right through here. It went 71 points on Friday. Low to high, 71 points. What if it does that again? That's at 44.30. That's up here. Could it? Yeah. Blow off tops. Everybody's got to get in, whatever the reason is, whatever is going on. It has enough energy that it could get up there. So we can't discount any of these levels yet. In fact, we have continuing to build. We've got a zone of cluster, because where that minor wave 5 comes in is way the hell up here, 45, 48, 45, 50, let's call it. But then you can see against your other degrees, it just puts them through the moon in terms of size. But it may fit, because that's where the next degree up is telling you. But anywhere actually between up to here is where I believe the S&P will complete all levels. Because we can continue going before we start to run into that. We haven't even put up the intermediate level. So we got a lot. There really shouldn't be all that much more, because we're taking it down to such a small level that starts to build and complete. And I don't necessarily see extending the minor degree from where we are. I'd have to go back, and I'd have to start taking this much, much higher. And I don't necessarily see that. But we'll let the market tell us. How about that? So for tomorrow, pullback should be shallow. Let me start by saying that. Yes, we're going to have them. We're finishing series of 4th and 5th waves. So depending on the degree, right now on the subminute, we've completed 3. We still need a 4 and a 5 to complete the subminute, which completes that subminute 5. So we still have a 4 and a 5 to go. Now that tells you right in here. We're going to get past that. And if this third takes us up to 45.75, well, then we just, again, still got to do a 4 and then a 5, and that's going to bring us up into here. So the further this third can extend, of course, then we go up a level to say, well, then that 5th can maybe come up to here or here. Because right now it would be 1, 2, 3, a 4, and then the 5 extends in and of itself. Totally possible, folks. So again, these are all possibilities. Probability, we're gonna let the market tell us. But the moving averages on the hourly chart are aligned to continue to go up. Granted, we kind of got the 4 up there, kind of turning just a little bit. Nothing to get too shakes about because it's the hourly. If I take it down to the 30-minute, still angling up. In fact, it just turned, went up a little bit more there. And all of them in a line. Take it down to the 15-minute. Basic same story. These are going to register your pullbacks. This is going to start providing support for a pullback. And then this level, and then this. That could be a line in the sand on a 15-minute basis. That the 4350, the 50 moving average is at 4350 right now. Pullbacks, I would believe, should be held to there because we still have much higher levels to get to. Not much higher, but higher levels to get to. So again, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Yeah, I would say this is like very close. We get one more little pop, and then that third wave looks to be fairly complete. And then we get that fourth wave pullback. And that fourth, and then you would be able to, run just retracement levels from here, this low, to wherever this does finally top out. And you can use this resistance level just to get an idea of where this can pull back. Again, you just use your retracements, and they go there. This is going to be rough because I'm not exact. So I'm going to be up to there. Okay, there. And now you can see 236, 382. 382 brings it all the way down to 43, 37, 38. And I'm thinking 50 because they should be shallow. So I think it comes in higher. But if we're just measuring out the whole thing, there's the no break zone. 4 cannot overlap this, 43.22. But it's certainly can get down to 43.37, 43.40. Why not? But that would mean a pretty decent, like, everybody's getting out of the pool type of a sell. And if Europe starts that, they may. Asia could still start it. Who knows? So again, we trade what's in front, but allow these moving averages to tell you. So right now, they're continuing to point up. As you're coming down, you're going to balance it against what we see. Let me just open this up so we can see inside of it. See? It will register downside, and it's on a 5-minute chart, so it's going to register it. But you see, it's what holds it is your 8 and your 20, and then you got the 50. So there's still, see the shallowness? They're still not coming down very far. And either they're still got more to do to finish the third, or they'll come through it and start coming down to these other levels if it's the larger fourth. And you just trade what's in front of you. But right now, basically everything pretty much is lined up to continue higher. And that's where I am going to leave it. And the next update will be Monday, July 12th.